Hello class, this is the first revision video on banking laws. I have completed the course for banking laws and now we'll be doing revisions through these videos. And in today's video I have taken up the unit 1, two subtopics of unit 1, that is banking, definition of banking and commercial banks functions. Okay, let us. Now, what is banking? Basically, banking is an industry that handles cash, credit, and other financial transactions. Banks provide a safe place to store extra cash and credit. They offer savings accounts, certificates of deposit, and checking accounts. Now, bank is an industry which handles your cash. That is when you deposit the cash, they keep it with themselves, gives you loan, that is credit, and other financial transactions, that is they uh, deposit your salary, they give some kinds of bill if you instruct them to pay, they give you locker facility so that you can put your valuables there and they will provide security for that. You can also check your accounts through the medium of net banking and via passbooks also. Okay, so basically bank is a financial institution licensed to receive deposits and make loans. Bank may also provide financial services such as wealth management, currency management, and safe deposit boxes. You can also exchange the currencies from there. Wealth management, you can invest in the different schemes via bank. There are two types of banks: commercial bank, that is retail bank, and investment bank. Commercial banks are the banks where you deposit money, take loans. Basically, the banks where we all human beings have their uh, accounts. And investment banks are the bank which is more into investing in different types of schemes like IMF. In most countries, banks are regulated by the national government or central bank. Now, in our country, RBI is the regulator, that is the central bank of our country is Reserve Bank of India, and that is the bank which regulates all the bank and banking transactions of our country. Banking can also be defined as a business activity of accepting and safeguarding money owned by other individuals and entities and then lending out this money in order to earn a profit. Bank take our money and then they take our money by way of deposits, and then they lend the same money in the form of loans to different people, and the interest which they get on lending our money in the form of loan is the profit which they make. And out of that interest, small amount of interest they give to us in our savings deposit or current deposit or fixed deposit or recurring deposit, and most of the interest they keep it with themselves as a way of profit. However, with the passage of time, the activities covered by banking business have widened, and now various other services are also offered by bank, like custody of the valuable items, lockers, ATM service, online transfer across the country or across the. Now coming straight to the, I hope the meaning of bank and banking transaction and banking is clear to you all. Now coming to the second topic for this video, functions of commercial bank. Now, what first we need to understand what is a commercial bank before we do functions of commercial bank. Now, a commercial bank is a type of financial institution that accepts deposit and offers checking accounts, services, making various loan and other basic financial products like certificates of deposit and savings accounts to individuals and small businesses. Excuse me, a commercial bank is a bank which accepts your deposit, give your deposit by way of loan, which I have already taught in the previous slide, and they also give you certificates of deposit. What are these certificates of deposit? When you do a fixed deposit in a bank, जब आप बैंक को अपना एक पैसा देते हो, 1 लाख 2 लाख 50,000 25,000 FD करने के लिए, फिक्स डिपॉजिट करने के लिए, they give you a certificate in return, that is certificates of deposit. Okay, so this is a commercial bank, is basically a bank which where we all have our accounts, and whatever functions you can imagine are the functions of the commercial bank. Now, the commercial bank's function can be divided into primary function and secondary function. Now, what can be primary function? Accepting deposit. Accepting deposit is the primary function of the कमर्शियल बैंक, पैसा लेना, हमारा पैसा जमा करना। अब पैसा जो ले रहे हैं, जमा कर रहे हैं, दैट इज एक्सेप्टिंग डिपॉजिट, दे आर डूइंग इन वेरियस वेज। They are accepting in the form of demand deposit, that is savings account. Whenever you demand them, why is it called demand deposit? It is savings account only. It is called demand deposit because whenever you demand, they will give you your money. Like if you write a check or write a withdrawal slip, that for example you have deposited 10,000 rupees, now you want 2,000 rupees. If you write a check for 2,000 rupees or write a withdrawal slip for 2,000 rupees, you will get that 2,000 rupees out of your 10,000 rupees from the bank on your demand. Okay, so that is why it is called demand deposit. Time deposit is fixed deposit. After a certain period of time only you get the money. Like for example, you are depositing 25,000 as a fixed deposit for 1 year. So after 1 year only you would get 25,000 along with the interest which you have got on that fixed deposit. Now the fixed deposit, if you break your fixed deposit uh, before 1 year, then some kind of penalty is there, a little bit amount is deducted and you get your money accordingly. Okay. Second function is advancing loans. Bank, another primary function of bank is, first is accepting deposit, then now bank as an agent basically perform three types of functions: collecting checks, the spelling is wrong, I'm sorry, just correct this spelling, my mistake, I must have written it in the flow. Collecting income and paying expenses. Okay, these three types of function, you can go through all the types which I have already discussed in the previous slide. General utility function, I hope it is clear to you. Issuance of traveler's check, providing locker facility, dealing in foreign exchange. You can get your foreign exchange converted into any currency if the bank allows you or gives you that facility. Transferring funds, bank, you can obviously transfer funds through online transaction, net bank system. Now, the third type is other function. What are the other functions which bank do? Electronic banking is already been discussed by me. I hope it is clear to you in the previous slide. Creating money. This is one of the main type of function which the bank is doing, which I have already discussed in the first slide. If you remember, when bank take the deposit from the customer, for example, a customer has deposited rupees 1,000 to the bank, and now bank, the primary function of bank is to take the deposit and advance loans, give loans. Now bank gives loans to the customer. You all know Mr. A deposit 1,000 rupees to the bank. Now Mr. B is going for taking loan from the bank. From where would the bank give loan to Mr. B? पैसा कहाँ से आएगा? Where would the money come from? Excuse me, the money would come from the money which the bank is going to give as a loan to Mr. B would be the money which the same bank has taken from Mr. A. जो Mr. A ने 1,000 जमा किए वही लोन के तरीके से Mr. B को दिया जाएगा. Now Mr. B for example wants a loan for 5,000 rupees. Bank gave 5,000 out of 10,000 which they had from Mr. A's deposit as a way of loan to Mr. B. 5,000 दे दिए Mr. B को, जो 10,000 Mr. A ने deposit कराए थे उसमें से. Now Mr. B paid how much? 5,500. 500 interest and 55,000 money which they had taken as loan. लोन वापस किया मिस्टर बी ने जो कि 5,000 का था, और 500 रुपए इंटरेस्ट भी वापस किए. ठीक है, बैंक ने पैसे बनाए. They have now created money which is equals to rupees 500. जो इंटरेस्ट बैंक लेता है उससे वो पैसे बनाता है. The interest which the bank takes from people whom they advance loan, they make money through that. This is called credit creation. They create money. Now 500 created by way of just one loan. Now out of these 500 they have to give some kind of interest also to Mr. A because he has deposited 10,000 rupees. For example, bank gave 10 rupees to Mr. A as a interest for his 10,000 rupees deposit. अब Mr. A के पास कितना हो गया? 10,010 rupees. And how much credit has the bank created? 490. 500 minus 10. मतलब जो लोन के साथ इंटरेस्ट आता है, उससे बैंक के खर्चे भी निकल जाते हैं। खर्चा क्या था, मिस्टर ए को 10 रुपीज इंटरेस्ट देना, एंड देन दे हैव ऑल्सो प्रॉफिट, दे ऑल्सो अर्न प्रॉफिट ऑल्सो from that money only. They also earn profit through that interest only. That is 500 minus 10, 490 is the profit, and the credit total which they created is 500. 500 रुपए जो इंटरेस्ट आया वो उन्होंने पैसा क्रिएट किया. This is called credit creation. This is one of the important function and one of the major foundation on which the commercial banks